All right, I'm Chris Avina with American Outdoor News. Today we are here with the rising star in the country music scene, Brei Carter. Brei, it's such a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you so much, Chris. Thank you for having me here with you. We're at a great event. I mean, good stuff all day today.
So, a little of your background. You joined the military, you got out, and you went back in.
Yes. So initially I was in the military. I went and enlisted and I was so gung-ho. I'm like, oh my goodness, I want to jump out of planes. I want to be a drill sergeant. They're like, Carter, you're going to be an officer. Went back to school, joined ROTC, and then I got my commission as an officer. I tell people, you know what, I'm a God lover. I love my country. There's no place like America. So yeah, I'm all for it.
So growing up in Louisiana, you grew up around guns. You were always, so you weren't unfamiliar when you went into the military.
No, I mean, in Louisiana, I truly am a country girl. I mean, my grandfather, my uncles, I mean, my whole family, I grew up shooting guns, so it's not new to me. I'm not afraid either.
So you grew up in Louisiana, you grew up in the outdoors, you sang in the church choir. How do you become a country singer?
You know what? That's a good question, Chris. Country has always been in my blood. Country music, I grew up listening to country music. I grew up listening to gospel, R&B, soul, rock, so literally everything. But country music really spoke to my heart, to my soul. It tugged on me, and I knew that that was the route that God was leading me to do, and I just had to follow my dreams.
So you're not exactly country, you're a little popish.
Oh, okay.
So you're a mix of music.
I'd like to say I'm a mix of music, but primarily country. Don't make no mistake about that. I grew up listening to traditional country, you know, like Dolly Parton, Loretta Lynn, Patsy Cline, the late Mr. Charlie Pride also. I grew up listening to Aretha Franklin, so I think in my voice it's a little different. You'll probably hear some of those southern roots too with the gospel and the soul in there, but it definitely primarily is country. If I could add the fiddle to everything in my music, I would do it.
Well, I have a fiddle player for you. We'll talk about that later.
Let's do it.
So, your background, you went to school, you got your bachelor's, you got your master's, you got your doctorate, and you joined the Army.
All of the above. So education was definitely big in my family. My mom just instilled, you know, education is something that no one can take away from you. And then I did what I needed to do, and people say the theology doctorate. I'm a God lover. I mean, I grew up in the church. I grew up being a lover of God. My ministry, my meditation, it's just so important to me and my foundation, and it's just always been a part of me, and I just wanted to learn more about it. And that actually just led me to country music. And you know, you're asking about my country roots. I mean, being a southern Louisiana girl, I mean, fishing is my mom's favorite pastime. Anytime I see her, she wants to go do that. So I grew up, you know, being in Louisiana, they call it sportsman's paradise. So hunting, fishing, all of that stuff, the outdoors. You know, I have a fifth wheel. I love to go camping. So I love the outdoors. This is my life.
So, being a theology major, that's what you did your doctorate in. How has that affected your music?
I think it's affected my music in the fact that it's who we are. It's the foundation of knowing, and just in anything that I do, even with my music, just being led by God, and even my the stories in my songs that I sing and that I write about. But not only that, just realizing that although theology, ministry, and I say I'm a God lover, I'm perfect by no means. We've all made mistakes. I have flaws and faults, but hey, I own it, and I'm here today, and I'm just thankful and grateful.
So, with everything you have going on, how'd you end up at Underwood Ammo?
That's a good question. Underwood Ammo, definitely. I think everything that I've done up until this point, it's led me to here. A really good friend of mine actually does marketing with Underwood Ammo. She said, oh my goodness, I have this great opportunity. I want you to meet these guys. I think they'd be interested just with my background with the military, country music, and just who I am. And hey, it was meant to be, and here I am. Go Underwood Ammo.
Well, I got to say, I am standing next to a rising star in the country music scene. You have so much going on, and like I told you before, I am willing to move to Nashville.
Hey, come on down.
And, you know, it's my next ex-wife. American Outdoor News. Come to our site, AmericanOutdoorNews.com, and where can we find you and your music?
You can find me, BreiCarter.com. That's BreiCarter, BreiCarter.com. I'm on all the platforms, streaming, download, like, love. Follow me, DM me, send me messages. I'll follow back and just support me.
Check it out. You are not going to be disappointed. Thanks again.
We love our children. We protect them. We guide them. We prepare them for life in the world. With all that we do, from deep in our hearts, we cannot control all things. Life-threatening illnesses and disabilities affect far too many of our children each year. While we cannot change the circumstance, we can make dreams come true. Dreams to provide hope, to provide spiritual healing and strength, to provide moments of happiness and relief in the hardest of times. We can give a glimmer of light and hope in a time of darkness and despair. Join huntofalifetime.org to help make dreams come true, to provide hope for children with life-threatening illnesses and disabilities. Hunt of a Lifetime is a non-profit organization fulfilling dreams for hunting and fishing trips to youth 21 and under with life-threatening illnesses and disabilities. Visit huntofalifetime.org to learn how you can make a difference.